Hello, everyone. Welcome to Amazing Plantz4mationz. You guys must be tired of seeing me by now, right? We have yet another inspiring interview here with me today, and this is two of my favorite people, our good friends, Mariquita and James. And I'm going to just read a little bit of an intro. I could go on and on um, about them forever because they're such great people, but we are thrilled to welcome Mariquita Solis and James Scott Britton to discuss the transformative power of nature's healing energies and rhythms on our show, of course, Amazing Plantz4mationz. Mariquita is a dedicated harmonic earth healer and certified Reiki practitioner, focusing on the potent energy of the feminine for healing and empowerment. She's a co-leader of the Earth Care Ministry at Unity North and passionately leads the animal ministry. James Scott Britton is a luminary percussionist celebrated as a virtuoso by Jack Bell, retired principal percussionist of the Atlanta Symphony. He harmonizes the therapeutic embrace of nature with captivating dancing melodies. So, we are going to listen to their insights on integrating healing energies and rhythms into our lives for holistic well being and environmental stewardship. And I'm glad that you all joined us. Should have had that in front of me on the screen, but I totally was rushing and forgot, so I had to look down. So I apologize. Welcome, you guys. Thank you for joining me.
Well, thank you. We're excited to be here. And remember, let's all remember, let's just say that we're perfectly imperfect here.
Definitely. I would go almost like imperfectly perfect, right?
Right,
Hey,
right.
Tessa, thank you for joining. And Carl, awesome. You caught another one, Carl. I'm so excited. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. And I've been so excited since you guys, since I found out about this, because it's something that I don't have a lot of experience in, but I do feel like I need it because of how like busy I am and stressful. I feel like I don't connect with nature. So can you just tell us, what is Harmonic Earth Healers?
Harmonic Earth Healers, our mission is really to connect people with nature because Mother Nature is so powerful. And we have a lot of people have nature deficit disorder, and they're not even touching the ground, and we are children of the earth. So when we touch the ground, that energy flows into us, and when we disconnect from that energy, we're very affected. That energy is healing, it's potent, it's electric. The electric charge comes up from the earth into us. So it's very important to feel that soil, that richness of the soil, and to connect with the birds and the trees, to heal and to rejuvenate our spirits. A lot of times it's easy just to be inside a lot and to be disconnected from earth because we're such an industrial society now, and very, very computer oriented, and it hurts our bodies when we are not connected to our natural innate way of living.
That's
And
amazing.
I spent probably 20 years or more, at least probably more, spending my days by the Chattahoochee River, typically barefoot in the river with different instruments with me, and that's also where I use a practice pad and practice and got my chops for drumming. And I can attest to the fact that I was always more relaxed, more grounded, when I was out there, especially barefoot. It makes a huge difference to get out in nature.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. I
You know,
definitely feel that, when I'm outside and I don't do it enough. So I love that you're reconnecting people with that. Go ahead. Sorry, Marquita.
no, that's okay. No, it's very important, but and it's easy to get caught up and not even see the trees. But once you start having relationships with certain trees or a dandelion, it's very powerful. But you know what I wanted to do, if it's okay with you, if we could just start off with a little grounding and exercise.
That would be amazing. Thank you. I'm sure we could all use it because it's evening. And if you're in the same time zone as me, we had all probably a nice, long, busy day.
Right. Well, also, I'd like to incorporate a spirit of an animal into that. into our grounding exercise. So I have my animal cards here. James gave me this for Christmas, which are so beautiful.
How cool.
So I'm going to pick one.
He didn't send you one thing for Christmas or gone. Next year. Oh, Carl said he would love that. Awesome, Carl. Oh, what do we get? Is that a tiger?
Well, that's the just the basic. All of them have that, but what we drew was water.
Nice.
So we have feeling, awakening, and expression. Life. One little quick look at that. That's interesting that we drew the water as the lifeblood of our planet.
I love it. I pay extra to live here by the water. Right. Not on it, but I'm near it.
Well, you are near the water, right? Yeah, so it's perfect. And we're made of water. All right, so if you want to close your eyes and just ground into this space of quietness, if you feel like it, I invite you to settle down and just breathe deeply in to your legs, down into your hips, and down into your feet, connecting you with all of Mother Earth, all of her potential, all of her love, just flowing like this beautiful water that's standing with us. We invite water here, the element of life, to stand with us, to flow within us, to resonate with every particle of water in our being. Knowing that everything we say about us ripples the water inside of us. So honoring ourselves as beautiful, luscious beings full of life, full of electricity, full of joy, with so much potential, unlimited potential. Just feeling this in our hearts and knowing that the universe is standing with us. The universe is standing with you, loving you as their child, a child of Mother Earth. And just feeling the water inside each of us, just spiraling in a circle, in this sacred circle that we're here together, honoring Mother Earth and ourselves, honoring each one of us for our contributions to this earth. We are all amazing, beautiful individuals. And just knowing that water is, I am one with the ocean of life. I flow with the river of all possibility, and I sing my songs with the tides. Divine water, move through my body and bring the gift of life to my whole being. Just feeling this energy coming from every particle of water on this planet, from the rivers to the streams to the oceans and back to us, illuminating our lives and our expression, the divinity of you. Aho. And when you feel like it, you're welcome to open your eyes.
Oh, that was really beautiful. You have such a calming voice in nature. You both do. I feel just more calm now. I was rushing around to get on here, and when you guys came on, I was like, just relax. And I think we forget that we're literally made of energy. Like, I know when I bring, if you're putting stuff out of the dryer, sometimes you'll get shocked, so it's like, that's the only time we ever think about energy. But like, that is so cool. And what exactly led you guys, before we get into a little bit deeper, what I know you both have backgrounds in like meditation and different things, what led this idea of Harmonic Earth Healers? What led you to want to do that?
Well, I think when I met James, one of the reasons that I was very interested in James was because, very attracted to James, is because he loved the earth, and he told me I can't leave the cats out. He told me just these beautiful, intimate stories of him, his love for his cats. And that was so profound to me, because James wasn't trying to impress me with, I have a big car or I have a big house. He was like, I have big love for cats. And so that is what is something that is very attractive.
Guys out there, you're doing it all wrong. He got her with saying he loves his cats. Okay, I love that. Well, I love that he was vulnerable and open to that.
Well, you're exactly right. James was very vulnerable. And so that's very refreshing, right? I mean, because it's not shallow. So that was so I thought, well, this is a guy that I need to pay attention to, right? And he loves to be in the earth. He loves to camp. And I always wanted to go camping. So, wow. So my dream came true. And actually, we're going to go camping this upcoming week. So that was very inspiring for me. And I think I was doing the vegan empowerment coaching for a while. And so the Earth Care Ministry at Unity North asked me to join them. And so I did. And so I really began to see that, wait a minute, it's not just about food. It's about more than that, right? It's about the trees and it's about the birds. It's about all of it, right? So they really resonated with that in my soul. So that's when I kind of made the shift. And then I thought, wait a minute, I've got this guy who is learning sound journeys. And he had been learning from Michael Burke, who is here in town, and an amazing sound healer. And so I thought we can put something together where I'm working with my feminine empowerment coaching skills to bring people back to the connection. And James can do the sound journeys, and we can be just this beautiful team. I can do Reiki, and I want to do Reiki on women while James is doing the sound journey to make the experience even more beautiful. And it doesn't take that much to ground or do these things, really. It's very, when you touch just acknowledge a tree, it brings you, it will say, for me, I feel alive if I touch a tree. But even putting my feet in like the mud like a child, I would feel that life. That's all.
Oh, I love grounding.
Yeah. Hey, Don.
Hey.
That reminds me, Tessa said I know Tessa, I do the same thing. I have no patience sometimes, but I'm trying to get myself better with it. She said she doesn't have any patience for grounding, which she admires people that do. And Carl said that was fabulous. Thank you. Love all this. So Dawn, you'll have to check out the replay. Thank you for coming in though, because we did a little grounding thing here. So you'll be proud of me.
And you guys went outside?
No, well, I did a little centering exercise, but for grounding, it doesn't have to be hard. If you just put your foot in the ground, you're grounding. You don't let go of any expectations, let go of any agendas, let go of it has to be this way. Touch a tree and you're grounded, right? Just say thank you to the tree.
I do that. We've got a bush out here that they cut off all the branches and all the leaves last year. And sometimes I just touch the branch, take off my slippers, my feet are in the grass, and I'm just taking in the sun, and it is an amazing experience.
It changes your life once you
get the breath work in. Yeah.
Even going to the beach is grounding. People don't think about it because they go to the beach, they walk up and down the beach, but that is grounding in its most pure form.
Yes. Put your feet in the sand, stop, smell the roses or the ocean.
Yeah,
I've definitely got to get doing that here soon. Now that the weather's a little warmer and we're not going to freeze there. Oh, that's so amazing. So then, you decided, okay, he does the sound journey. Now, when you how would people get this done? Would they choose one of the services like Reiki, or would you do all of that, all like a package? How does that work?
Well, it depends on what you want. So I really want to connect people to Mother Earth, and James also does the energy healing. But so I have a special one, which is Earth Song Animal Sister Reiki. So I would say, let's call in an element of the earth. Would you like the wind to come in with this Reiki session, right? What would you like to call in? Would you like to call in an eagle, or would you like to call in the wisdom of a fox? What animal would you like to bring in? Then we will call in the wind, and we'll call in the eagle, right? To come be with us. That unlimited vision of the eagle, this expansiveness, right? And the powerful wind who's shifting and moving and flowing, right? And we're going to call that in. But it also ties into the feminine empowerment coaching. And so that's the special one that I do. And James also works with animals too. He was invited to do an energy healing of a horse. And I'll let you tell about that.
Well, that was pretty interesting. I had never worked on a horse, didn't know anything about horses. And at first I was kind of nervous. I was scared. I was thinking that I should maybe go do a whole bunch of research on horses so I don't get myself killed. And then, who knows, all this stuff went through my head. And then I'm telling myself, of course, that I'm just overthinking. And the best thing I could do is just absolutely nothing. So I went there with no fear because I didn't learn anything about horses other than just that this one was, easily moved with a single finger. Once I got to the point where I had the trust of the horse, then I could just take her whole head and just move her like this. And then I knew we had bonded when she was letting me do that.
Wow.
Nice.
And
Yeah,
what do you, that, like, how do you do that? Like, what is that? You're actually, like, someone would say the horse, it was like scared every time something happened. Is that what it was? She was anxious and you were trying to resolve that with like energy, right?
Yes, that's pretty much what it was.
Oh, it's so neat.
She was a little bit nervous. I'm not sure exactly why they called me out there. I can't remember all of a sudden. It's been over a year. But yeah, the horse just felt uncomfortable and nervous about. I think there was another horse there that was maybe kind of bullying her or something, and it was good. The horse and I were both totally relaxed by the end of it.
You know what? I want to put this out there, and I've told this to Jen before. People don't stop and think, and this goes way even beyond just being a vegan and respecting animals and animals' lives. Animals, just because they don't talk like we do, doesn't mean they don't communicate. They communicate with each other through telepathy. Okay, cats don't speak to each other when they meow. They're meowing at us. They don't meow at each other unless they're hissing or something. They speak telepathy. Okay. Well, we also have that capability to do that with each other. But animals, really, that's all they have to communicate. So when people say, "Oh, how can a horse feel?" or "How can you bond with a horse?" The same way that they communicate without speaking. When I'm touching an animal, like our cats, they know I can look at them and give them a certain look and just give them a certain touch, and I have a certain energy that comes through. They feel the love. They feel if I'm upset, they feel that because
Yeah.
that's how they communicate. So it's, this whole thing of killing it. They don't care. No, they're beings just like we are, and they communicate just like we can. And if you look at an animal and touch an animal and express love for an animal and actually feel, that animal knows that.
You're right. And some people might say, well, I'll never be able to communicate with animals. But I mean, just like the energy and the Reiki and all this stuff, all this can be developed. You just have to tune in, right?
Yeah.
Get quiet, get still, get with the earth, get with yourself. Once you know yourself better and you acknowledge the love for yourself and you're kind to yourself, then you can start. I mean, it really elevates your vibration. So this all sounds like some hippie child, but it's true.
No, it's where we are receiver. We're like radio receivers. We're on frequencies. And
Right.
people don't realize that. And it's like, and you can also change that frequency. When you got a bad song that's playing, what do?
Turn it off.
But
Turn it off. You change the radio station. We can do the same thing with ourselves. Play a song you like. Go watch a movie that makes you feel good, like Rocky or something, and watch how your frequency changes. We are magnetic creatures, so we work off of frequencies, and we can elevate them or they can be brought down. And if you're a highly perceptive individual, you'll walk outside, and if there's a whole lot of bad vibes going on, guess what? If you've got that big of a receptor, you're going to catch a lot of it. And you're going to wonder, wait a minute, God, I was feeling okay. All of a sudden, I'm in a bad mood. It's not hocus pocus. You're getting those vibes that are flowing through the ether. You're picking up those vibes. So you got to learn how to be able to, okay, you know what? I know what just happened. I walked into some bad energy, and I'm going to have to go ahead and cleanse myself and change my frequency here.
And if you
And
have
before you know it, you're good.
Going on like that where you can't do that, I would assume this is where you guys come in to be able to, do that grounding and bring them into that energy. I just wanted to say welcome to Jay Jay Waffle. I almost said Jay Wiffle.
Jay Waffle, what are you doing here? You're you stalker.
And Tiffany said,
What are you doing here? Welcome.
welcome. Thanks for joining, Jay. Tiffany, thank you for coming in. Tiffany has an awesome book. I think you both would enjoy it, called Animal. You guys have to check out. She has it on Amazon, a new book too. It goes right along with this what we're talking about. And she said, yes, so flipping true, Dawn. Every non-human animal communicate in their own way.
Yep.
And Jay, thank you for that. They have feelings. That's amazing.
They don't speak words. How else can they communicate?
Right. Well, yeah. And I mean, everything that we say ripples out. I mean, everything we do ripples out, right? And so in every sound, and we're water, right? So the water feels like, have you read The Secret Life of Water?
Mm-mm.
I've heard of it.
I've got the book.
That's beautiful. I mean, it talks about, when they have the water and and when you say horrible things to the water, the crystals just they are not formed perfectly. If you say I love you, perfect crystal. So, I mean, that's a beautiful book. And let me give credit also. I wanted to give credit to The Secret Life of Animal Oracle Cards by Chip Richards, which is beautiful.
That's amazing. Is that what you drew from?
Is that what?
Is that what you picked from? Okay. When you picked the water. That's amazing. And
we are water. So every drop of water inside of us is listening. Every cell is listening to everything we hear. So we have to be kind to ourselves. I mean, if not, when we are in a state of sadness and fear, we can't grow. We can't produce at an elevated level. Our vibration is dropped when we criticize ourselves and we beat ourselves up, because the water hears us. We have so much power, and that's what Harmonic Earth Healers is. I mean, it's about lifting each other up through the power of sound. So we do sound journeys, and actually James has his djembe, and he wanted to play a little bit just for a minute or two.
That's amazing. Yes, I love that.
You know what I do every now and then when I'm doing yoga? I'll put on the 452 hertz frequency just to kind of elevate. So this will be exciting.
Yeah, we have our tuning forks.
Did you say the 432 hertz?
452.
You sure it's not 432? That would be the A.
I know I type in 452, and it's a 452 hertz frequency that's always up there.
Well, I'm gonna have to check that out. I've been
check it out.
But I've got a singing bowl that's got a beautiful E and a beautiful B flat.
Cool.
Or a B natural, actually. And I can't remember the hertz on that one, but it's beautiful. Once you get it singing, the high tone just takes over. But anyway, let me play a little bit of djembe
Let me
for
put
you.
this
Okay.
Jay Waffle, thank you for supporting Vegan Knowledge, brother. I appreciate you.
Should I put this closer? Okay.
Actually use this in the sound journeys, but
that is amazing. You did that right off the.
Do you know how many of those drums I have in here? Oh my God, we could do a duet.
Well, my mom found out she likes those, so I think. Thank you, Mom. We love you.
I'm a drummer.
She got me.
I remember that.
We've talked about that. I remember.
Dude, that was amazing.
We might have to just do a live stream of music one time, right?
Yeah, we should. I mean, drum circles are another way of healing, right? James leads drum circles. I mean, he's a percussion master, virtuoso, like his teacher said. And Jack Bell is.
Oh, we gotta hook up. I want to do a drum circle, right? Like, really, what is that?
Well, you get basically a circle of djembe players, and then some shakers, and maybe a clave player or a cowbell, depending on what.
Do we do it online?
I've never tried that, but
we could try it. Why not? When James did it where he made a rainstorm with the drums. I don't know how. Go ahead and tell. I don't know what I'm saying.
For the sound journey, you mean?
No, for the drum circle. You said that you did.
Well, there's no way we can really do this, I don't think, unless we have a whole bunch of people and everybody's on camera, or at least there's a microphone. But you can create a rainstorm. I learned when I was in Trinidad and Tobago in 1989. I went down there, and that's also the same week that I played the djembe drum for the very first time in my life. But a few years went by before I saw another djembe drum after that. But you can create a rainstorm, though. Everybody sits in a circle, basically, and you start by just, now this is the thing, I was teaching rhythm classes up at this place, Just Love Forest, but this I start off the whole class with, and the whole point here is to avoid the rhythm. You snap your fingers, everybody in a circle does, and then after a minute or so, then people start tapping on their legs, but not in rhythm like I was just doing, just random rhythms, and then everybody's doing that, and then it blends, and then once you're done with smacking on your legs, then you start stomping your feet. So about half the people stomp their feet, and then the other half join them. And then after that, I guess what's left is clapping. Everybody's clapping, and that's when the rain's going really strong. So every phase of that, you work the group through it, and it literally sounds just like a rainstorm starting and finishing, and who knows what's in the middle. It's really
wow, that's awesome.
That is cool. And can you just share a little bit about like what in the sound journey is it the certain sounds and everything you use? Is that like also like connecting us with nature, or like I know you were talking about frequencies, it's putting us, I know music in certain ways can cheer us up depending or put us in a different mood. Like what about these makes it so empowering, or like makes it so relaxing?
It's really healing us on a cellular level, right? Energizing our bodies, because all the frequencies are resonating and healing with our bodies, all these different healing frequencies, which I can't say, but it's at a deeper level. And so we have some tuning forks, and like Dawn was saying, which ones do we have?
Well, I've got the 432A and the E that I can't think of the number of all the
Five something.
528 maybe.
528, yeah, maybe, but yeah.
Yeah, I've listened to 528 before. But
right.
just this 452 seems to just really get me really at ease. Just look it up on YouTube, you'll see it. If you type in 452 hertz frequency,
I will.
There's a whole bunch of videos. Normally they'll have a picture of like a human body like engulfed in light and things like that. You know what I mean? So.
One thing I really like to do in these sound journeys is, it's not always about a specific pitch or a specific note or a specific rhythm. Actually, in a sound journey, you typically lose all sense of rhythm because then the mind kind of catches on to it. And I kind of, when I do a sound journey, well, I was going to say the sounds I really focus on, I've got these amazing ride cymbals that are made for jazz, and I turn them upside down, and I use marimba mallets on them. So they sound like gongs, basically, better than gongs, really. But they're not, 5 feet tall or whatever, so I can carry them around very easily. And I've never seen anybody using cymbals like that. And it's dear to my heart because I love my cymbals more than anything. I could get rid of my drums, get rid of all my other instruments, but I would keep a few of these cymbals just to hear them every day. So they're amazing. And I try to create a little bit of push and pull or a little bit of tension and release. I do some sounds in the sound journey that's kind of teetering on a little bit of tension, and then I let it fall back with really mellow cymbal rolls. And I've got 50 different instruments probably around me, everything from all sorts of rattles and shakers and udu drums.
That sounds like the room I'm sitting in.
Well, you should do the sound journeys. Yeah, ocean. We have the ocean drum, the rain sticks, the koshi chimes are very peaceful. James has a lot of different wind chimes that are beautiful. But
nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun to do it. So he sets up in the front, and then I'll do like a little meditation and grounding exercise, and then I'll walk around with different instruments around the participants. So it's kind of really feels like this whole, you're being centered in sound.
Wow. So, what an experience that must be like. And I think I wanted to say real quick, a lot of times on here we talk about what we eat and, kind of how that repairs us from a cellular level, right? But I think there's so many other things that I've learned about this year when I started reading about holistic health, the sunlight, nature, getting air outside, sleep, meditation or exercise, and it's like all of these things you don't think about. And I love that you're bringing a whole new element literally in with the sound and the Reiki and the, I forget you. I think you even didn't you say something about laughter yoga?
Yes.
Yeah, we do laughter. So, like, I know we probably asked this before, but how many times do you think adults laugh during the day?
Well, around here,
Well, around here,
than others, but
the typical adult, not
Are you
y'all.
kidding with Jen in the house? Come on. All the time.
Right. What about the typical American adult?
I know, I'm just kidding. And we don't, I guess, laugh every single minute of every day, but I would say probably, I don't know that I bet people don't laugh at all, hardly ever, unless they maybe catch a TV show or something.
Maybe 3 or 4 times a week.
Because even if we're reading something online, we put LOL, but are we really laughing out loud? You know what I mean? So.
Right. Yeah. No, they laugh about 15 times a day. And that's, I mean, I could see some people don't laugh at all, but children laugh. How many times do you think children laugh a day?
Oh, probably at least 50 times a day.
What do other people say? I want to see in the comments. How many times do y'all think children laugh a day?
Let us know in the comments how many times you think children laugh a day.
And while you're thinking about it, I will add one more thing about the sound journeys. A very central theme for me, of course, like I mentioned before, is the river. That's the only sound in my sound journeys that don't have. I mean, it's the only sound in my sound journeys that isn't made by me. It's what we call canned music or whatever. It's not, in this case, it's not music like you're thinking of. But I always have the sound of the river going. So in the background, people hear the river when they walk in and they sit down and they get ready, they relax for the sound journey. All they hear is the river sound, and then all of a sudden, as things progress, then I start with the cymbals, and then you pretty much can't hear the river sound until the moments in between instruments. It's not like a steady piece of music or anything like that. You're literally just creating sounds and letting these people just kind of ride on that sound until it ends up intertwining with the next sound, different instruments sometimes or whatever.
And that's been hard for him. I mean, in the beginning, it was a challenge, let's just say, as a musician for, I don't know, decades, not to do whatever you would say.
Yeah, I don't want to play too many specific rhythms or melodies or, there is a little bit of that here and there because there just is with some of the instruments. But in general, I'm trying to avoid that. But it's back and forth because when I hear it in my head, I might be hearing something that's 10 or 20 times more complicated than what I'm actually playing. So I hear it in my head for a second, and then I hit, a cymbal, and it's kind of progresses through the whole cycle, I guess. But I'm trying to avoid hitting everything I hear in my head. Otherwise, I would just be playing a lot, and that's the wrong approach with something like that. It's got to leave a lot of space, a whole lot of space.
Right, and so I love it that Carl wants to play the djembe. Yeah, you should play it. It's fun. Go to drum circles and
Well, I just want to say that I've done like about 5 or 6 live streams. I know sometimes she's on her Zoom call, but she didn't show up until we had our friend Mariquita and the drummer here. I think it might be some bias going on with the drummer.
Well, I thought you weren't starting this until 7. I literally just came, and Jay Waffle can attest. I just came from my live, and I just happened to see if you were on yet. And I'm like, oh, wow, I'm late. I mean, I couldn't get off there.
What happened was we were coming on at 7 and there was a cancellation on their end from a client. So from something, I don't know if it was appointment or client or something, but
I would have missed it because normally the show could still be going on right now.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's why I start these earlier, because anybody who comes to my lives knows that once we all get to talking, and I come up with like 20,000 more questions than I even had outlined, based off of because it's like you can go on a tangent. I get interested in something you say, and then I have a question about that. So sometimes they run a little longer, so I don't want to keep everybody up all night.
Right.
So, we have an answer to the kids laughing 60 times a day.
What are y'all's answers?
We only had one so far, 60. Tessa, Carl. I thought maybe 10. I didn't think kids laugh that much. It depends, I guess, what's going on.
Well, it's about 300 times a day.
Oh no.
Wow.
Wow.
So yeah, and so I mean, like when you, I guess, like little kids, they giggle a lot. Everything cracks them up. But anyway, so really, when we do laughter healing, it's just very expressive, right? We just go ahead and just be silly little kids. We have to just let go of any inhibitions, right? And get back to that 2-year-old or 3-year-old. And all that is healing, because laughing, it really releases those serotonins. And so what that is about is, so we live in a society that wants dopamine hits, and a dopamine hit is like you eat an ice cream. Oh my gosh, this is great, and you're just like, whoa, right? But serotonin is like right here is what we're sharing, these experiences where we're getting serotonin, and so that's what laughter is. It's boosts your serotonin levels, right? And that's what we really need. We're getting addicted to these dopamine hits.
You got to have your ice cream.
Yeah, have your ice cream. You got to have your, whatever, chicken pot pie and all these things. It's like one after the other. I need more. I need more. I need more. Instead of like touching the trees.
Chicken pot pie. I love it.
Non-chicken pot pie,
Fun.
right? So yeah, and it's like, oh my gosh, I need the big TV now, and I need this. It's like, oh my gosh, but really, it's the serotonin that keeps us grounded. And when we're going, and that's what the laughter is, right? Our bodies respond to that. When we smile, that releases chemicals to make us feel calm. So if we're feeling sad, even just putting a smile on triggers those chemicals to be released. So I love Carl's comments, right? So laughter is healing, and to put on a funny movie and to smile. And another thing that really is so important is to be of service to others. When we put other people, when we elevate them, that heals. That's serotonin, right? When I help someone with their bags at the store, unless it's Angela Fischetti, you'll say, no, I'm going to carry them myself.
Right. I think she's in the middle of something going on tonight in her town where she's doing something, but if she was here, she would be laughing in the comments. Right?
I know she would be, huh? Yeah. But if we help someone that might want the help, then, that we just share that loving energy, that serotonin between all of us. And that is what
have you guys ever met her though?
Not in person, no. We're in Georgia, in the Atlanta area, and she's in Florida. And y'all are in Ocean City.
Sarah's in Florida. Serotonin.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Angela. Look, it's funny because I was thinking about toning the muscles, serotonin.
I love it, serotonin.
Not that toning it. Definitely toning
it. It's so funny.
I couldn't help it.
I'm expecting that from JJ.
Right. I've rubbed off on her. It's been 15, over 15 years.
Oh my God, we both are like that though. That's crazy. If she's not making a crack in the corny joke, it's me. We bounce off each other.
Hers have gotten cornier over time by being around me. I guarantee it.
Yeah, well, that's good. Laughter is very. Remember that little article or that little thing, and was it Reader's Digest? Laughter is the best medicine, and they would have the stories of that.
Yeah, I remember
so
that.
True.
Wow, remember when we used to have like Reader's Digest? It wasn't online.
The little yellow books. No, I'm thinking of National Geographic.
Oh yeah.
Reader's Digest was the little paperback. Well, they're both paperbacks, but yeah.
the yellow one, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember like sometimes I'll be like really, not like, I guess in a different energy level, work's beginning or something. And then like if someone asks me a question about like, plant-based diet, or they have this going on and they request information on how they can fix this or that, like immediately my energy raises when I get to help someone. So you're right. It does do that. And Carl said, acts of service are so important to me. Doing so has changed my life and helped me grow. That's amazing.
Yes. I want to know what those are. Tell us tell us more, Carl. Yeah.
Because things can be small that you don't even realize. Like, you don't have to do these big, I'm healing the world. Like you said, maybe helping somebody with their bags, or,
or
doing
just
that.
a smile, I mean, some people just never get smiled at, so I mean, we just don't know how lonely people are. I mean, it's an epidemic. We have an epidemic of nature deficit disorder, stepping away from Mother Earth and not acknowledging the trees. I always like, hey trees, because I see you waving. So not acknowledging our beautiful trees. And then we have this deficit of I mean, in the elderly, of loneliness, and people, we
The
discard.
pandemic caused a lot of that too. We got so separated as a species that it caused a divide, and we're
Didn't
still trying to rebound from that, I think.
I
Right.
think I saw you guys went into a, speaking of the elderly, didn't you go into a home? I think I shared that post on the Vegan Knowledge page when they did was it a sound laughter yoga or a sound journey? You
We
did
did both of them. Yeah, we did both of them.
right?
It was so cute. You know what? They didn't tell the residents that we were coming, so which was, we were kind of disappointed. We're like, "Where's the people? They don't even know we're coming." But anyway, we had one that was just very curious, and she almost got scared at one point when James played the cymbal. But it's okay, because the staff was with her and just saying, "Let's just listen, listen, listen." So we did the sound journey, and we did the laughter yoga, and the other lady was just laughing so much. It was so beautiful. It looked like she hadn't laughed in years, and we just had a great conversation. She told me all about her family, and the staff said that everyone in the rooms even were more calm. Even though they weren't there, they felt the vibrations, like we were talking about. Those frequencies were going, I mean, of course they're resonating through that whole retirement and outside, out into the earth, everywhere. So it was beautiful. I would never have changed it, even if they had said only 2 people are coming. It was so worth it for the joy on that little lady's face, and
I'm looking for the picture like frantically over here, because I would love if that. Well, do you think it might be a privacy thing, or would I be okay to share it?
You can share it. I mean, just share it.
One thing I should mention about my cymbals too when I play them, I use a really soft marimba mallet, so it's a real beautiful, lush tone. I'm not just crashing cymbals, but they roar like lions when you get them going. If you let them get out of control, it's literally like a massive lion roaring. But it's beautiful. It just comes right back down full circle.
That's amazing. I did find these pictures on this.
Oh, well, go ahead and show it if you can. Yeah, that was such a lovely time. And
that sounds really rewarding, right? And is that where you do these at mostly? Do you do what places do you go into, and can they get these online if need be?
Yeah, well, I think we can do the Reiki online. We're really trying to work with the sound journeys and getting the mics up and doing things like, if we could figure out a way to do drum circles online, all that would be fun.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really sure how to make that work though, because it's loud. Everybody'd have to have headphones on. There'd have to be no internet lag or anything like that.
Right, for the timing to be there.
Yeah, it would be very challenging. I'm not sure.
Well, but we can do the Reiki online. I really that I really want that to be. If we did it online, I'd want us. I would be outside with a good internet connection, and the person would be outside with our feet on the ground, right, to get even more energy. Because Reiki is really, we're just, and I don't even want to use the word channeling, but really for me, Reiki is like a prayer. And I don't even want to use that word, because there are all these things behind, what's a prayer, what's channeling, right? But really calling in, I just say to Mother Earth, be with us, send us light, right? Send us, we ask for divinity from Mother Earth, from the universe, or whatever, if you believe in God, right? Just be with us, whatever is giving us life. Something is beating, has made my heart beat for me. Whatever that, that powerful energy is, stand here with us, and we ask that you send us light and you elevate our life. So it's really me focusing on love. When I'm doing Reiki, I just send love to that person, right? So that can be done online. And if it's not possible, we don't have to do it outside, but we still could do it like that. Oh, look.
Sorry. Wrong picture. I'm uploading these, and somehow the ones for Mother's Day came up. I was like, sorry about that.
So
Still love, right?
I like that Carl said he does lots of volunteering with elderly groups in his town, lunch groups, dementia groups. That's beautiful. I volunteered for hospice and once for about more than a year with a little lady, and she was, I guess, in hospice it was 3 months is what it was supposed to be, but she lived longer, and I had such wonderful times with her.
I think also, this is comment from Tiffany. She said, when she's feeling down and someone smiles at me, I feel better. I think that's also something maybe like what Dawn was saying that we kind of disconnected with even more when the pandemic hit, because I notice now sometimes when I'm out, I tend to be one of those people that say hi to everyone and thank you and make conversation. Or if I like their shirt, I might say, hey, that looks really cool. I like that, because like you say, you never know who might need to hear that. They might be having a wrong frequency day, right? And we can't bring you guys around with us to do the sound journey. So we might have to just use a smile, right?
Right. You're right. And I was just talking to a friend of mine the other day, and she says she makes it a point to give one compliment a day to people. And I thought that's so beautiful.
Oh, that's awesome.
Cool. I like that.
Well, why not 5?
And complain too much. We don't say the good stuff sometimes, do we?
Right. You know what's so funny? And she was sharing it with some other people, and they were like, well, what if I compliment that guy? They're going to think I'm hitting on him. But it's not even about that. So what if they think you're hitting on him? Just right.
Don't
just
let that ruin your journey.
Right. No, just give it. If you think that, well, go ahead and think it. I'm not.
We think things, don't we, sometimes?
Yeah.
Well, it's not a bad thing, though, to think that some girl is, hitting on me or complimenting me or anything. It's like, it puts me in a good mood. I'm not going to necessarily hit back, but it definitely puts any guy in a good mood.
I was going to say, you better clean that up, James, right?
Not necessarily. What do you mean, not
necessarily?
Recovered. I'm just here to make her look good.
Oh, man. That's funny.
Got the pictures here. Let me go ahead and share this one. I think this is the one. Let's hope this is the right picture.
Well, that's the sound journey the other day. That's
that's what it is. Okay, let me get the next one here. Okay. I saved them out of order, didn't I? But let's see what this one is. This is this is the symbols.
I think James loves those symbols more than me.
I definitely love my symbols more than you love my symbols. Yes.
There they are.
There's the cute ladies, and you should have saw one of them was an action picture. I couldn't find that, but she was actually like the one in the front there with the hat. How adorable!
Right? Yeah, we were clapping.
Really into it, right?
Right. Yeah, we were clapping and doing. You know how kids do that, whatever that is. We were just laughing our butts off. It was. Yeah, I mean, that's a good thing about what we're doing. I always feel good afterwards because I'm doing something that really resonates with my heart. But all the frequencies that heals us, all the laughing and all the Reiki that heals me as well at the same time.
I can get a person, kind of relaxed with a tuning fork, but if I lay a symbol, on the little pad that I lay it on and then put it on top of their stomach or their chest, that's some serious vibrations right there. It's very healing. Right.
That's true. When you can put the singing bowls on people, right? And then those little
I was talking about the symbols, but certainly the singing bowl too. Those people directly feel the vibrations right into their body, much more so than just listening to a piece of music or a stereo or something like that.
Right. Well, I'll see if I can find that picture. If I can.
I'll keep looking too. This is you. You were at a somewhere where you were sharing about Harmonic Earth Healers, right?
Right. That was our booth, and that was fun. I was there at Autry Mill Nature Center, and I talked to a lot of people. There were some cute little Girl Scouts that wanted so hard to learn to play that singing bowl I had in my hand. they were so cute, and they were so polite. What a blessing,
Yes, that sounds really cool. I think that's really cool that you're opening this up to so many different people, Right.
Yeah, we really want to. there's no requirements. All the requirement is, just sit back and breathe.
Just be open.
Right. Just be open. Right. Yeah. Just like with the grounding exercise, just listen, and whatever it is, no agendas. Let go of any agendas. It doesn't have to be anything. You don't have to be miraculously healed. Just let it flow. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So
one thing that's very healing is just, a heightened sense of relaxation. So even if they're just laying there in their head, daydreaming, thinking about the beach or the mountains or whatever it might be, they're hearing these, beautiful instruments that are vibrating and just basically surrounding them with sound. So it's a very physical experience in something like this.
right. And like for meditation, so people say I can't meditate. It's okay. Just close your eyes and don't make it about anything. Everyone's mind wanders. So let it wander and just call it back when it does and just allow it to be. Again,
that's what I think I do, or I was doing. And that's why I never thought I could meditate, because I would start thinking about what I have to do next. And, I have some stuff to do. It's like I couldn't just be still. I'm like, oh, I need to post that online, or I got to log in 10 minutes or.
Right. No, that's what everyone's, I hear so much like, I can't do it. I can't do it. My mind's wandering. That's okay. That's normal.
Yeah, that's the monkey mind. What you need to do is
the monkey mind, definitely jumping around and frantic.
Right.
Yep.
That is our closest digestive system. So
and that's why we focus on our breath, because if you focus on each breath, you're not thinking about all these random things.
Oh, that's cool. And is that part of it deep breathing too?
It is.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. James,
you focus on your breath and take it in deeply, in through the mouth and just out through the nose, and just calm.
The other way around is the way most people do it, actually. They go in through their nose and out through the mouth.
I do it both ways. Yeah.
I do too, actually.
Yeah. But you know what? Another good thing to do when you're having the rushing thoughts, is to picture a nice sheet of water that's still. And imagine that the ripples in the water are your thoughts, and try to calm it. Try to bring it to a still. And you're focusing on this lake now, not so much, I've got to go here, I've got to be there or do that. You're trying to get this river to be still. And when it's still in your mind, that's when your mind will be still.
I think we think about so much about the other organs that, especially if we're in the space of, nutrition and holistic healing, and but we forget about these things that you're mentioning. If we're putting the right things in our body, but our brain and our mind are, that can affect our health too. Stress is one of the biggest things that can affect your insulin resistance. It can affect a lot of different things. Not only just heart, what we think about, so I love that you guys are doing this to bring that different type of healing. And that's why I'm so happy that you decided to come on here and join us, because this is definitely something, if we're, looking into vegan knowledge is kind of knowledge about everything in a holistic way. So if you're talking about, we've related this to animals, how you bring that into it, that energy to nature. It's kind of like when you start down this path, you kind of reconnect to a lot of that, because you don't think of it, before that. And so the way you guys have teamed up here, it's that's awesome. I love both of your talents, bringing it together to heal people. Can you tell us where they can find you, in case people are interested in one of these sound journeys, or not sound journeys, but I don't remember what I was supposed to call the whole package.
Well, you can find me. Well, you can find us on harmonicearthhealers.com. That's our new page, and it's kind of being built right now. So, but I'm all over Facebook, just under my name, right? And
that's in the links are in the description too.
Right. Yes. And we have a YouTube channel. So I did find that little thing, if you want to, I don't know, it's a video. So I don't know if you
can email it, maybe?
Email it or messenger it.
Either one. I can get it from either. I think I just had my email.
Actually, we can share it. Is it on your YouTube?
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
I'm going to send it to you right now in the messenger.
Let me try.
Sure, but you can try it. Who knows? But yeah, no, we have Harmonic Earth Healers YouTube. We have Instagram. We have a Facebook page, and you can right now we have Harmonic Earth Healers at gmail.com. So if you want a Reiki session, and if you mention it here, we'll give you a 10% off for a Reiki session, which is exciting because I want
let me acknowledge for getting a discount.
Right, a discount. Right. Yeah, because we could all use a Reiki session, a Reiki healing, and just sitting back and getting love. That's all it is, love.
Can you share that real quick about what is Reiki? Because I honestly really don't know that much about it. So I think in case other people are like me and just don't want to say it.
Right. Well, it is really calling the energy through your hands, right? What I do is I'll close my eyes and I'll really just get centered. And I'll just say, I'll just ask for the highest good, right, of the person in me. And, when you rub your hands together, you can just really feel that little energy ball. And so then I imagine this light up above me. There's the highest divine light. And I would just, if you were sitting in front of me, we'd go through the chakras, the crown chakra, really center on that and center love and healing. And then through all like the throat and the third eye. And we have all the different chakras in our body. And we just go through and focusing on light and love. And somebody might have an intention. What's the intention, that you're calling in this Reiki session? It's like, maybe I don't have a powerful voice. And so that's the block. Your throat chakra might be blocked. So really kind of work on sending love and light to this, opening this throat chakra, because so that they are able to speak their light, share their light to the world, have a strong voice like the nightingale, right? We might want to call the nightingale in, the energy of that beautiful song, into the Reiki session. Not maybe, but we would ask her to come stand with us, come be with us, come fly with us as we open that throat chakra, right? As we heal and love and just embody that essence of this nightingale who sings with her powerful, loving voice. So, right, and Carl is saying Reiki, chi, prana, energy, right? And that is right, the chi is energy, and energy force, it's a life force, right? I think you can learn Reiki 1 through an online platform. So we learn Reiki 1 and 2. So,
do you guys see that on the screen?
I was just asking the same thing. Do you guys see that on the screen, or is it just me? Is it a screen share? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I screen shared it, but I forgot. I don't know how to do this new restream. I didn't add it in, but it just automatically added it in because I don't know how to work this new dashboard. So it just popped it in instead of me being able to pop it in.
You're not allowed to touch things, only come on and say hi. Oh, let me hide it. Okay.
Did you get the video of me and that little lady?
Yeah, I did. I'm going to get it up right now.
I just wondered if I sent the right one.
Yeah, it's definitely, this is so cute. Okay, let me try this real quick. I think I can just share my screen, right?
Right. I don't know. I'm saying right, but who knows? Reiki is life force, like Carl's saying, life force energy, right? So we're calling on that life force.
I found him playing cymbals. I think we should play it.
Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah. Yeah.
There they are. Isn't that cute? Oh my gosh. She's like, I just want to go hang out with her.
I know, she was loving it, right? She loved it.
Let's watch it again.
Okay.
There we go.
These wonderful symbols.
And like as you said, even if it was only her that showed up,
I know, she loved it. She loved it. What a
probably made her day.
No, I know it. Isn't that funny? Because really, what we're doing is just sharing light back and forth, right? I mean, that's just one beautiful vibration of love. That's what it's about. That's what life is.
That's awesome.
And you guys are in Florida, right? Like, if you're in Florida area, definitely.
We're in Georgia.
Oh, Georgia. I'm thinking of Angela.
Atlanta area.
Atlanta, definitely check this out if you have a, I guess like yoga studios or you've been to, right? A nursing home.
Right. Yeah. Well, if you have a yoga studio or watching, or you have a somewhere you want us to come and we can do laughter yoga. We also do forest bathing, which is a whole nother, that's the quietness going into the forest. And so
Can we watch the symbols? I want to see this.
Yeah. Where did you see them at? YouTube?
It's on YouTube. I shared it. Yeah.
Okay. Are you going to share your screen or want me to do it?
I can do it.
It's the little plus sign. Just click the plus.
we need to put
I'll come help you. Hold on.
I'm not even sure which video you guys are talking about.
You're actually sitting on the ground and you've got them laid out in front of you.
the one you liked.
Perfect.
Just a short little one. Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to hit the plus sign.
Where?
Right there, down here. There's a little plus sign. And we're going to do screen share. And is that the screen you want?
This one. It should be the YouTube one.
Okay, see.
Where was the plus sign at?
Right here.
Oh, down there. Okay.
I don't like you to see that close up of my wrinkles on my head.
So how do I get it on there?
It should have been. Now it's not sharing your screen. Let's see. Let's try it again. Screen share. YouTube. Share. Oh, let's just move this over here. Let's see. Here we go. All right.
No, that's not doing it.
It's not. Can you guys see James?
No.
No, you just moved the screen.
Tech.
Yeah.
Tech.
We need tech support.
Oh, good. Carl's going to do Djembe and Reiki.
Screen share. Yours is strange. I'll just go pull it up myself here. Well, you don't have, is it a window? Oh, I think I found it.
You got to choose the window.
Look at this. Nope.
It's weird.
It is really weird. It's this, what is this kind of computer?
Apple.
Entire screen. It doesn't let it cooperate, so I'm going to go share it. I'll find it on YouTube.
We love it.
Okay.
Forest bathing. That's beautiful, too.
Sorry for the delay. Obviously, I don't know how to share her screen, but I know how to share mine, so we'll go with that.
It's all right.
You
can still see us.
I'll work on pulling this up real quick, and then YouTube. And
Vocal, right.
Is it on Harmonic Earth Healers? Is that where
Yeah, it's on there.
I put up that one of James of just amazing drum solo. I mean, it's a little one, and you might like that, Dawn. Of one in Mexico City.
Oh yeah. I love that little solo. That was fun.
Here's one.
I hadn't played the djembe in well over a year, and we were in Mexico City and found this little store that had a bunch of djembes and stuff. So I just sat down and started playing. Didn't even stretch like a moron.
We're not here.
But it came across pretty well. This isn't the one.
That's different. I mean, that's not. I don't know if that's not the symbol one, but
no, that's not the symbol one.
Okay.
There's one where he's like sitting on the floor with symbols. I saw that one, but there's one where he's like sitting on the floor and they're spread out in front of him.
All right, I posted three new ones yesterday. Those are the ones you're talking about.
Is it on Facebook?
No, it's on
YouTube, honey.
Okay, let me go back to the YouTube here.
And then click on their logo.
Okay. Okay, clicking on the logo. Why does that come up? Oh, okay, let me do it this way. Okay, now I see. Is this it? And then I go to videos. Oh, I see it. I see him on the ground. Here we go.
I just started playing a few minutes of it, and I'm like, oh, I want to hear the whole thing to that.
The Mexico City.
Is this it?
Yeah, that.
Can you hear it?
Yes. That's a tongue drum. I think the other one he plays the cymbals in. There's another one, I think.
A little bit right there.
Yeah, there's another one that's better.
Yeah, that's a silly little drum that I just played. Somebody gave us.
It's not silly. It's beautiful.
It's a beautiful, silly little drum.
It's a beautiful drum that is very popular.
Which one?
That tongue drum that he was playing.
Yeah, that obviously, well, it wasn't a cymbal because you can't play melodies on cymbals. But yeah, it's a neat little drum. Everybody seems to love it. So I wasn't using it at first, and then kind of worked it in.
That's cool. Can you show me where I should go to find it? The other one?
I'll send you one. See if you can play that James Djembe Mexico is a good one.
Okay.
You see that one? While I try to.
Is it on the Harmonic Earth Healers page?
See that? The next one over.
To the right.
This one?
Nope. The next one.
Okay. This one.
That one. That's it.
And then she turned off the camera.
That was awesome.
I messed it up. We went to a cat cafe there too. JJ, I just sent you. I just sent you something.
Okay.
Mariquita Solis of Harmonic Earth Healers.
This is just talking about
what is a sound journey.
I sent you the one. I sent you one where he plays a cymbal in the Facebook Messenger.
Okay, let me go back over to my Facebook here.
Yeah, but we went to this wonderful cat cafe in Mexico City right before the little drum store, which was so nice, and it was called Vegatos.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, vegan gatos. So it was fun. And James wanted us to take self-defense if we're going to Mexico, right? And so we took a little class, and James somehow ended up when I was moving, somehow I got knocked in the eye, so I ended up with a black eye before we went.
Oh my goodness.
Why are you telling that story?
That's funny.
Yeah, where did that story come from?
From laughing.
Like, oh, here we are talking about music and this and that. Oh, by the way, James, give me a black eye.
Get the endorphins going.
Oh, yeah, picture right there.
Mm-hmm.
Is
that the one I sent?
That's the one you sent.
Yeah. I'm trying to. I don't know if I took that many of the symbols, but I think he did play them a little bit. Yeah.
Can you hear it, or is it just
no?
Me?
Can't hear it.
Me either. Let's see if it's my sound. Yep.
We'll have to figure out how to do. Actually, we do know how to record it.
Beginning to see. Well, it's not dance music.
Yeah, it's just something quiet. It's just a little tiny clip. So next time we're going to put a camera up. Well, I'll record the whole thing. James got to stand.
Yeah, you can't really hear what I'm doing with the cymbals at all, and that's not.
Yeah,
very
but we
good.
can. Guys, you're ruining it for me. I'm into it. Oh my God. I'm so relaxed right now.
Excellent. That's not a piece of music.
No. It's beautiful.
Yeah, this is the same clip over and over.
Is it? It's looped?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
We could have sat here for like till 9 o'clock, right? We wouldn't have known. We were just into
awesome. I wish I would. I'm actually one of those people laying there right now. I'm like so leaned back and I'm like breathing in through my nose, out through my mouth, listening to the cymbal and the shaker. I'm like, oh, that's so cool.
Well, the ocean drum is down there on the left, which is beautiful. And then we have the rain stick. There's so many things. Like next time I'm going to get a good video.
I totally forgot how to stop sharing my screen. Let's see if I can do it that way. I'll just hide it.
But yeah, when you're laying down and listening to that, it's very peaceful. People were falling asleep.
Yeah. Oh, I would.
That's my goal.
On my way to.
I want to play loud cymbals and still make people fall asleep. That's a goal of mine.
Yeah.
Because if I can lull them to sleep with cymbal crashes, then I'm doing something right.
Sounds like ocean waves crashing.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what James wants to do, is have like at the end, have kind of a thunderstorm, but not too loud where they're like, oh, but something, a nice thunderstorm, rain, and the.
One of my favorite things to do. Purple Rain by Prince, right?
I've never heard of that.
I've never heard Purple Rain. So the very end of it, when it has the whole, the beautiful piece of music that's playing at the end. Mm-hmm. I love playing my cymbals during that section, where I will bring them in and bring them back out, and then you'll just hear the rippling on the bell and the outer edge. Then go ahead and bring in the soft, you know what I'm talking about, Jim.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
make it sound just like ocean waves, and just every so often bring it in loud and then let it fade right back. I love doing that on that whole section of music.
And the thunderstorm that she was talking about, it's typically saved till the end of the whole sound journey. It's like the big bang or whatever. I start off with these balls, these Chinese balls that you can get and they make this high sound. I don't know how to describe it really. I use the same two balls when the ghost of Hamlet's father was coming out during Hamlet. With those two balls, you just kind of ring them. It's this crazy sound, but I start with those, and then I go into, I've got a wind sound effect. So I start getting the wind going, and then I start flipping over all the rain sticks. So then you hear the rain coming in.
Sounds with music. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, you hear the rain come in. And then I've got this thunder drum as well. I've got two of them. And if you do it just right, real quick, it sounds like a big blast of thunder. And then then by the time the whole thing settles down, that's when the animals come back out at the river. When I used to go out there in the middle of the rainstorms and stuff, everybody would go away as soon as it would start pouring rain. I'd be heading out toward the middle of the river. And as soon as it stopped raining, all the fog came up, and all the birds came out, and it was great. So I've got bird sounds, I've got a duck call, I've got the
frogs.
wind and frogs. That's right, and frogs, and it just kind of comes full circle. It kind of wakes everybody up, and then it just kind of teeters back out.
Oh, that is awesome.
That's neat. I was just thinking too, because of our devices and headsets and TVs and all kinds of stuff, even if whether we're driving, whether we're, in our house, like rarely do we ever have just the window open and listening to the sound. And if we are, we might hear cars going by, not frogs and things, because a lot of us live in, cities and stuff. So this is really cool to at least give people that reconnection to nature that they might not be getting. And like you said, especially when you're in hospitals and nursing homes, and then also just places like you know, like you went to was it a yoga place, I think, or you know, a lot of people, they come there because they're trying to like reconnect and be calmed and stuff. And this is like a whole new way of doing that would reach a whole audience that may not be like, I can't meditate or I don't know how, you know, you're zoning it in. That's really cool.
Yeah, it is. And anybody can do it. I mean, I would love to encourage someone to, I mean, everybody watching, just go have an experience with a tree for 30 minutes, 15 minutes. You know, get quiet and see what you learn from a tree, or get quiet and see what you learn from a rock, you know.
And use all your senses too. Touch it and feel it with your feet, you know, smell it and embrace it.
It connects with you.
Right.
It definitely could. There's a connection that you feel there, for real.
Yeah, I was leading a forest bathing a few weekends ago, and a lady, she was very intuitive, and she said that the trees were telling her how much they love the rain. And I just felt when she said it, you know, I could feel that joy that the trees have. She said they love it when it rains. So I thought that was so beautiful, right? Not only, I mean, we might sometimes curse the rain, some of us, but forget about ourselves. Think about
Right. It's actually necessary. And water is cleansing. I heard you say you guys go out in the rain, like whether it's, you know, raining or not. And forest bathing, is that just getting in the forest? I remember I had said a joke when you first told me you guys were doing that. I'm like, will you take the bathtub into the forest?
Well, that's the thing. It's already there. You know, you go up into the mountains and take a cold bath in a creek. I enjoy the rain a lot. You know, I would go kayaking and canoeing a lot in the rain, sometimes even at night. But even just taking a shower, you know, I have really hot water on for a few minutes and then I turn it on just like freezing cold. And, you know, I just go back and forth a lot, you know, kind of embracing the intensity of it, I guess. It's very, very peaceful and very, very calming once you get used to it. And the same is true of the cold rain or the cold river or whatever it might be. You know, dip your feet in it first if you want. I'm personally one of those people. I don't dip my feet in. If I jump in the river, I'm jumping right in the river. I have no idea what's cold or what.
Right. I remember used to loving when the rain would pool and we would go play in the big rain puddles. You know, I think about all that fun. It's just so natural. And I remember just that feeling of the rain being around us. But yeah, we did a energy clearing at Unity North Atlanta Church the other day, the energy healers, and the rain came and we welcomed the rain to clear that energy too. So the rain was with us. But yeah, forest bathing is that, just getting quiet with a being of the forest that you might walk by and not even notice, you know, and see the little flower or the little twig and have a relationship with that little being. See what you can learn from that being.
That is amazing. I think I had to change Dawn's name. She said Reganology JJ, I think.
I didn't care.
Yeah, we both could be Veganology JJ. And you never think about these things because, like you said, we look at rain, you know, as, oh, I'm not going to be able to have this outdoor event, or it's going to be hard to, you know, drive, or I got to hurry up and close my windows. So, but when you think of rain, like as in respect to nature, how important it is, do you think it's that important to us? Like, should we allow ourselves to feel the rain? Is that also part of healing?
I absolutely think so. But I love the rain. They call me a pluviophile, someone that literally loves the rain. I get more excited about rainy weather than I do regular weather typically. It's not always true, but you know, if it's really cold, it might be a little different. I mean, you know, the temperature outside, not just the temperature of the water. But you know, I generally love the rain. I mean, over most nice weather actually, for various
I
reasons.
feel that way too. Like, I don't mind rain like some people, because a lot of times I used to think if I was in school as a kid, or like when I'm working, it's kind of cozy because it's like you can't really go outside and go to the beach anyway. So it's kind of, you know, that the earth is being healed and cleansed and getting the trees growth. So definitely, I don't have a huge problem with the rain. You know, in fact, if I was doing food delivery, it would get busier, right, at that time.
Oh,
Yeah, definitely.
Back in the day, of my old days. Now Like, it doesn't matter. I'm not outside anyway.
I've spent a lot of time walking up and down the beach in the pouring rain. I can say that it's beautiful. You just don't get tan that day.
Right.
You
Well,
probably have it all to yourself, right? Because everybody's running from the beach as soon as it rains.
that's funny. Well, even when you stand in the shower, if you just feel the water, it's a whole different experience. I mean, you could do that tomorrow morning. Just really feel, we just jump in and wash as fast as we can, but to feel the water falling on you, you know, when you really take it in, that's mindfulness, right? That's a whole nother game, another way.
I got my drum here too. I got my Prince symbol on there.
Oh, sweet.
Cool. I love it.
Cool. I like that drum. Where'd you get that at?
My mother-in-law.
I
My
knew it.
wonderful, wonderful mother-in-law. I could play you guys a little bit if you want.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Want to hear a little bit?
Let's
Yes.
do it.
All right. So you guys got me thinking about this thunder thing. And I noticed that this drum, when I play it like in the center, it tends to sound a lot like that. So, all right. So I don't know. I'm just going to, it's not going to be as good as him, but.
Come on.
Let me know. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me close the door so
I'll
it's
just
not
play
an
from
echo.
the heart. Just a little something.
Nice.
Yeah, it did sound like the rain. I love
It
it.
did, right? It kind of had that thunder.
Yeah.
When I got to like the
middle.
I could hear the drumming, and then it kind of did it do like a little staticky thing at the end of each of the things, or maybe it was just because I can hear it both.
I don't know. Maybe my mic is not set
But
up
it was
for it.
really good. I like that.
The accents that you were playing were actually staticky, but it sounded really cool. I mean, it was like thunder kicking on those, those pops.
Yeah,
Nice.
it was almost like electricity at the end.
See, I am really stoked that sounded like that to you, because what you do is amazing, dude. So, yeah, that's awesome.
You guys are both amazing. I know we're coming up here on our hour and a half, so I know everyone has been amazing. Dawn, I'm glad you got in here and joined.
Yes, fun. I haven't been on here in a while.
Tessa said, I love Mariquita's definition of mindfulness.
I don't know what it was, but thank you.
I also love the rain. Okay, we've got some rain fans. See, we're not all hating on the rain over here.
Right.
And
we used to have a girl in that group called Raindrop. I don't know what happened to her, but yeah, I always thought it was a cool name.
Yeah,
That's a cool name, Raindrop. I wish that was my name.
Well, we can start calling you.
Sometimes we call her Rain for short, or I would anyway. I'd be like, what's going on, Rain?
Let's see. What was I gonna say? Oh, can you like summarize? Is there anything else we haven't talked about, or anything that's important that you want to like discuss about Harmonic Earth Healers that kind of gives them a broader idea of what you can do, or anything, any message you want to like leave with us, or what can we expect out of you next year? You're just gonna tell us when you said your website is there, but you're adding more to it.
Well, we're kind of redefining it. So I think the main thing about Harmonic Earth Healers is really to nurture your spirit and, ignite your soul, because I think when you love yourself and you connect with Mother Earth, all of this is intertwined, right? I mean, it just electrifies your being. And when you connect with each other, like we're connecting with the serotonin and the trees and the plants and acknowledging the soil, right? The richness of the soil and all living beings, right? When we really see and not see or think, but when we feel, right? When we feel from our heart and soul and into this connection, we elevate our vibration and
Right.
we can heal and we can be so, step into unlimited potential. So getting back to that grounding in Mother Earth and elevates when we do that, when we heal ourselves and acknowledge everyone, I mean, we heal each other, right? So it's all about unity and love, self-love.
That is
Powerful.
amazing. And Dawn, do you have anything else you want to say? You um, have been amazing. Thank you for blessing us with some drumming. Any
You're
other
welcome.
questions for these guys or anything you want to comment?
No, I just let me know if you ever get that drumming thing going. But again, it would be hard to kind of do that online. But yeah, whenever you guys are, if you're going live playing, just let me know so I can watch. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
Certainly.
thanks.
that'll be
That would
amazing.
be cool if you guys did some live
Yeah, if you do
sound
some
journeys for
lives,
us.
Right. Well, yeah, we're gonna get
Little
our
piece of the sound journey.
let me
right.
know
We
so
got to
I
get
can
our
tune
equipment
in
going.
and get in a meditative state and enjoy it.
Right. Amen to that.
I think we could rewatch this over and over and hear some of the healing thoughts and things that we've talked about. It's really going to help me when I'm needing to reconnect. So
Right.
share this video with someone who you think is like, really busy and doesn't take time to connect, who's really stressed, I think, and definitely refer these guys out. Can you just say again how we can find you? Earth Healers. I always want to say Harmonic Health Healers, and I'm like, it's Earth.
Earth, Harmonic Earth
I'm
Healers. And
stuck on the nutrition, see?
subscribe to our YouTube because we're gonna be putting more videos up of like sound journeys once we get probably the next one. I'll get a good video of the whole thing here, and also for a long video of the sound journey. And we also I'm putting up videos of wildlife because I volunteer at wildlife rehabs. So please check us out on YouTube because that's very important that we love all wildlife. So if you like snakes, if you like opossums and other little critters, please follow us there and our Facebook page. And just we're very honored that you all would watch. And if you're watching the replay, please reach out to us, because we love connecting.
And find me on Facebook too. I'm James Scott Britton. You can find me through Harmonic Earth Healers, through her, or just by searching James Scott Britton.
Awesome. I know
Sounds like a
that
plan.
you've got a bunch of new fans here. You both, thank you so much for joining and just for like blessing us with a little taste of what this is. And I've learned a lot today because I didn't really know what Reiki really was, and I didn't, know what a real sound journey meant. But now watching it and hearing what you said, it just makes so much sense that you're literally taking music and laughter and grounding and being in nature and like helping it to transform people, even from, like you said, like a cellular level without us even thinking about whatever we're putting in our body. It's important that we have these, different pillars of the health too. And I love it. Thanks for reminding us to get in nature. I just want to go outside, right? Like I'm ready to eat, but I would need to go outside a minute and put my feet in the grass.
Right. Just take your food outside.
There you go.
It's interesting that she just said that. When I'm eating outside or in the mountains or something, nature is so clean. I don't even think at all about just setting my food down on the ground with no plate, no napkin, no anything. Doesn't matter what it is, anything. I just set it on the ground because nature's pretty clean generally.
That's where it probably came from, especially if it's a fruit or a vegetable,
Yeah.
right?
Right. But if I'm anywhere around where people are, I typically think it's just too gross. I would never set it down like that unless I had a plate or something. I mean,
Yeah.
the people the places that people inhabit just get really dirty, and getting out in nature helps you really realize that the world is a clean place, away from most of the people. So anyway, go out and explore.
That's great. That's a great message. Well, thank you
That
both.
was awesome meeting you, James. And
Thank you.
hanging out with you, Mariquita. I haven't done that in a while. So
I
I
know.
know, it's like a reunion, right?
It is. Yeah, we'll have to do it again.
yeah, definitely.
Everyone, please go to the description and let's give their YouTube a bunch of love and give them a lot of subscribers and follow them on Facebook and Instagram too. Yeah, I think, right?
IG, yeah.
Yep. Don't forget about that. That's my new hangout over there.
That's it. I get out
I
there.
only
but-
got into the age of Instagram, right? I'm like, oh, I avoided it for so long. I was just so like, no, I do Facebook, and that's it.
Yep.
Instagram is okay too.
That's the way I was. And then she started saying IG all the time. And for me, and a lot of people like me, that just means indigo girls. I have no interest in anything. Indigo girls. The Indigo Girls are my all-time favorite band of 30 years now and counting. So
You
yeah,
guys went to see them, didn't you?
Yeah,
I've seen them probably 40 times.
Nice. And
I
what's
just
everybody else?
subscribe.
Comment your favorite band if you're watching the replay so that we can let them know. Anybody else in Indigo Girls? That I remember those. That was a great group. Well, thank you. I really appreciate you both coming on and your healing energy and blessing us here. And Dawn, thank you for joining. And I want to say quick thank you to everybody. Muriel, I couldn't say that. I didn't get a chance to welcome you in, I don't think. I think we were in the middle of playing the music. So welcome. Thank you for joining. And Carl, for your awesome comments. Tessa, your comments and questions. They're amazing. Jay Waffle, thank you for joining from over at ADT.
Jay Waffle, love you, brother.
And let's see, let me make sure I didn't miss anyone. I got Muriel, Carl, Tessa. If I missed anyone, I'm so sorry. It might be just because we're hungry and tired. But I really am thankful. Oh, Tiffany, of course, Tiffany. That was like one of the first people I mentioned. Tiffany, thank you for coming and thank you for everything you do for animals. And thank you, Mariquita, for everything. And James, appreciate you both. We will see everyone. Let's see. I don't know yet when we'll see you, but we'll see you on the comments. How about that?
Yeah, soon. Thank you. Thank you all so much. My face is hurting from smiling so much. So I'm not kidding.
Apparently it's good for us, right?
Thanks, y'all.
All right. We'll see you soon. Thank you,
guys.